If you are a fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza and you take his word as gospel, stop.
You see, there is a problem that you have, that we all have, in fact, which is we've been conditioned to believe that the authority is on the outside. You may well think that you create your own reality, but the truth of it is, deep down, you and I and we are all conditioned to believe authority is on the outside. Therefore, where do we seek answers and solutions? On the outside. Therefore, where is the authority? That's the question.
The authority is right here. And now the reason why we say that is because we've been doing Dr. Joe's work for many years, and only in the last couple of years did it actually land that there are very personal, nuanced answers that we're looking for when it comes to our personal creation journey. Answers that will never come from Dr. Joe. They will never come from his teachings. They will never come from anything outside. So the importance of being able to trust the inner authority, the inner guidance, is what will ultimately take us through the entire journey of creating the thing that we want. Because if we're constantly looking for the answers outside of ourselves, we're not going to get personalized answers for ourselves. And what's going to end up happening? We're going to end up giving up, and we're going to say, you know what? This doesn't work for me.
So, for example, I would like to share a little bit about us, okay? Obviously, you may know us, maybe you don't. My name is Vineet, and you are?
Nidhi.
And we are brother and sister. And so we share a lot of similarities, shall we say. And one of the life lessons that we've come here to learn is grounding. That's something which we've been aware of. Because when you're in pain as a child, what do? You try and get away. So one of the nuanced awareness that we've had is that for us, when we're trying to create reality, right? When we're trying to create outcomes, massive manifestations don't tend to happen for us, okay? They haven't happened so far. So, for example, oh, I manifested $1 million. Hasn't happened for us right now. If it has, I haven't seen it. So the point is this, for us, what we've discovered is a large part of our process in learning to manifest and create is to use our hands. Action is a huge part of what we've had to learn. And therefore, that is a nuanced learning. That is something that Dr. Joe can't necessarily say, this is your path, because it might be my path and her path, but it's not your path. So you've got to start listening. You've got to start paying attention to what do you need to be aware of when you're practicing Dr. Joe's work? What do you need to be aware of when you're practicing the art and the science of creating reality? What do you need to be aware of? Because there's a key thing here. Ultimately, you learning to become a creator, right, is not necessarily about content, right? Content is basically what you learn from Dr. Joe or for any teacher, or even from us as teachers, because we're teachers of creation. We can give you content, right? We can say, do this, do this, do this. But ultimately, it's not content that is the winner. The actual winning part of this, it's actually context. And what I mean by context is it's your relationship with yourself. Your relationship with yourself is what's going to allow for you to take in information, assimilate it, execute it, act on it, and actually live this stuff. And how I take in information to do with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work and how she does is different. How I'm meant to receive it and how she's meant to receive it is different. So it's about listening to yourself, listening to that inner voice. I call it intuition, okay? A large part of my work with my clients is to teach you to become aware of your intuition. What is that inner voice saying? Do you want to add something here?
Yeah, and Dr. Joe says it himself, right? Open that proverbial bottle of wine and figure things out for yourself. He says it, he's telling us himself. I cannot give you personalized answers. Only you can give yourself personalized answers. So if we're taking anything for gospel, take that for gospel.
And also we have to realize, right, we need to stop worshipping teachers outside of ourselves, period. As amazing as Dr. Joe Dispenza is, right, or any other teacher is, even us, right, we consider ourselves to be really good at what we do, right? But yet that doesn't mean that you need to worship us or worship anyone else. Ultimately, the ultimate worship is that you worship of yourself, right? So what I'd like to do here, I'd like to leave you with an exercise, right? I'd like to leave you with an exercise which will really support you, okay? So if you have, grab your notepad and pen, okay? And I want you to write this exercise down and then go away and actually do the exercise. Okay. Maybe you want to comment below once you've done it. Okay. That I want you to consider, and you need to sit in a bit of silence, find a moment of peace, and ask yourself a question. What is it that I need to be aware of when it comes to my practice of creation, my practice of creating reality? What do I need to be aware of? What do I need to be aware of within myself? What is my way? What is my inner voice trying to say to me? Are you listening to that? And what you want to do, grab a notepad and pen and start to journal about what is your relationship to this work. What is your way of being able to assimilate this work? Journal about it, write about it, contemplate it, and spend some time in silence and start to know what is going to work for me. And it may be that everyone may be saying, do it this way, but for you, you need to do it that way. And that is the key
Yeah.
point here. What is your relationship to the work?
Yeah. And I think that is exactly what our experience has been, right? Over the last few years, when the work really started to land, we started realizing actually there are missing pieces, and those missing pieces can never be answered by Dr. Joe or by anything else that is related to him online. I mean, I would spend days just frantically searching online, like, okay, something's missing in my mind. I'm about to give up. Please give me the answer. But ultimately, when it landed on us and I started to turn inwards, as you did as well, then that's when we came up with personalized answers for ourselves. And that's when breakthroughs started to happen.
And I would like to share with you, take away the following affirmation, I guess you could call it, right? Life affirming affirmation. I am one with my inner creator. I am one with my inner creator. The issue, as I said earlier, is you believe you're separate to it. You're not. You're one with it. Okay. Oneness is the truth. We know this through quantum physics, right? We are actually one with everything. If you believe you are truly one with everything, then surely the answers lie there. So use that. Have an affirmation, maybe your own version. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching us. I'd like to share with you, please, if this has served you, please share this with other people within the community. We're on a mission to support you to become the creator of your reality. Please like, share, subscribe, etc. It really helps us to help you. And secondly, we have launched a newsletter called the Missing Pieces newsletter. And the mission of this newsletter is to support you to discover the missing pieces and becoming the creator of your reality. So please, there is a link in the description box and maybe in the comment section where you can go and subscribe, supporting you to become the creator of your reality. Over and out.